next guest wants from life is for people of all kinds to meet and become friends while he gets rich from it. He's the father of Friendster.com. Here he is, everybody's pal, Jonathan Abrams. What are you throwing at the audience?
Those were
condoms?
Those were Friendster accessories.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Actually, you know, the truth is, this is the first step before towards us all becoming like your computer slaves, right? You'll put chips in the back of our heads. You'll know where we are at all times.
Yeah, maybe in a year.
I see. You don't get any computer viruses or anything like that?
You could get other kinds of viruses if you don't use the things I passed out.
Yeah, you go right. One pretty nasty case of herpes. All right. Well, that's pretty interesting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thanks for plugging my site 5 times.
Jonathan Abrams, Friendster.com. Make it 6. Charisma Carpenter, Super Dave Oswald. We'll be right back with travel correspondent Gerhard Rankin.
Jonathan Abrams is here. He's the founder and chairman of Friendster. It is an online social networking service founded in 2002 that connects people through friends. In 2003, he raised more than $14 million in capital from investors. Friendster has quickly grown to become one of the top 100 highest trafficked sites on the network with more than 8 million users. It was named as one of the magazine's coolest inventions of 2003. I'm pleased to have him here to talk about this. So what is Friendster, for God's sakes?
Well, it's a good question to start with, because when I'm in New York or San Francisco, it sometimes seems like everybody knows about Friendster, at least the people I talk to. And I have to remember, the reality is most people, around the world or around the country don't know yet about Friendster because it's very new. And what it is it's a new internet service that people can access for free at our website at Friendster.com that allows people to network online with their friends. So there's this concept that was created by Stanley Milgram, this small world theory, that we're all connected within 6 degrees of separation. And Friendster really was not so much about that, because I'm not really interested in some kind of remote connection to somebody far, far away that I'd never, probably talk to. But what it's really more about is 2 degrees or 3 degrees. The people that are actually, maybe you don't know, but you probably would like to know and might be relevant to you.
You join Friendster. Mm-hmm. What you do is you do what then? After you join, what do you do?
Well, typically people get invited to join by one of their friends who's already on. It's grown virally, just starting off with me and my friends, and people typically get invited to join. Then what they'll typically do is they will invite some other people, friends of theirs, to use it with them, because the power of using this increases the number of friends that you have using it with you, because that's really what it's about. Or you'll find that you have friends already on Friendster and you'll link up with them. The audience that's on Friendster today tends to be the early adopters. It's younger users, the kind who, 18 to 35, who are not watching television as much anymore. They tend to be influencers. It's an attractive audience that a lot of people are interested in reaching. So we've got a lot of people advertising with traditional forms, and we're also interested in experimenting with new ways that marketers and people can interact. And there's so many intriguing possibilities with the whole concept of looking at people on the internet, not just as kind of random, isolated individuals, but people who are part of a network, who have this existing relationships, and how you bring that online. And there's implications for how word of mouth, viral things go on with advertising, for how people interact, for how you can deal with some of the overload and spam issues that people have in real life and on the internet today. In the whole concept of trusted referrals between people. The thing that's been weird for me is that people have been so excited about this concept of social networking, because during the dot-com boom, there were these things that everybody thought was going to be the next big idea, peer-to-peer and push computing, these other things. And a whole bunch of companies got created and a lot of money got invested in these kind of conceptual categories.
Peer-to-peer got shut down by lawsuits.
Sure, but there were other companies that were doing nothing to do with music trading that had peer-to-peer aspects. At one point in Silicon Valley, everybody was trying to spin their company as if it was a peer-to-peer company. And now a lot of people are doing that as a social networking company.
How you doing? Welcome back to Unscrewed. You remember that old 1970s shampoo commercial where the soft-focused blonde in a field of flowers encouraged fans of the shampoo to tell 2 friends
and then they'll tell 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on until everybody in the whole world knows about her favorite shampoo. Well, our next friend took this premise to the cyber age when he invented Friendster, a social network that turns real-life groups of friends into a huge virtual community. Please welcome CEO, founder, and #1 friend, Mr. Jonathan Abrams. How you doing, man? Thanks. So, for those of us who have been hog-tied in Guantanamo Bay for like the past year, tell us what Friendster is.
Right, Friendster. It's a website where you network through your friends. It's kind of like an online cocktail party.
I like that. So it's amazing how popular this has become. How many users are there now? How many friends?
We now have over 5 million users.
But it just started up like less than a year ago,
That's right. It's been pretty quick growth.
It's really been growing exponentially. It's almost become like, it's part of the culture now. People talk about Googling somebody. Friendster is now part of like the common vernacular as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty weird thing.
It is kind of weird. What do you owe that to, the amazing growth and popularity? I mean, the exponential growth.
Yeah, it's kind of like the shampoo commercial where I told 2 friends and they told 2 friends, and that's really how it grew. We've never done any advertising, and that it's really just grown through word of mouth, through people thinking it's cool and inviting their friends to join Friendster with them. Now, I checked out your profile, and you and I are actually connected.
We're friends?
No, we're not friends. We're not friends, but I have friends who have friends who have friends who admit to knowing you. So we're connected within 4 degrees of separation.
That's cool. So you're going to invite me to your big fancy Friendster parties now?
Well, I'll think about it. Would you like to go?
You know, I'm glad you're here because I have a confession to make. I actually allowed someone in my Friendster network that wasn't a friend.
Uh-oh.
It was someone that watched the show, and I was like, okay, you can be my friend, but is that okay?
Well, you know,
that's called
can really,
Stalkster.
You can use it. You can use it however you want. I mean, some people are going to have a small list of friends. Some people have a larger list of friends.
Right.
It's kind of like different people in real life. Have a fewer friends or more outgoing or introverted, and different people use Friendster in different ways.
I was really nervous because you have to check the box that says, is this really your friend? And I thought about it. I'm like, no. And then I clicked it anyways.
Well, it's up to you. And if you all go in later and get rid of it.
All right, let's expand the network here. Quit cutting me out of the conversation, all right? This is Friendster we're talking about. Friendster is so popular that people are so desperate to get on it and get the big network of friends. There's even people selling their Friendster networks on eBay.
Yeah, we've heard of, I think, 2 people. They're saying you could be their friend. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's like, meet a lot of hipsters and musicians and artists.
Yeah. Well, if you need to go on eBay and buy somebody's friendship, that's not that great.
Of course, if you need to go on the internet to make friends, that's not that great either, I suppose.
Well, the thing about Friendster is what it's really about is using the internet with your friends. So instead of being anonymous and isolated, everybody's using the internet. Everybody hopefully has some friends, and on Friendster you can actually share that experience with your friends.
The dot-com boom is back, and while it may not be as rocket-fueled as the first one, there's evidence this generation of entrepreneurs learned from the dot-com bust their predecessors went through. So who are these new innovators, and what's their plan for success? KTVU's David Stevenson reports on what's being called Web 2.0.
Others say Web 2.0 is nothing to get excited about.
Whoa. Welcome to Slide.
I hate the term Web 2.0. I think it's a lot of hype.
San Francisco nightclub owner and internet entrepreneur Jonathan says the next wave of web successes defy easy categorization. He says ordinary people capitalizing on their personal passions are the true internet pioneers.
They're not necessarily going to come from Google or Yahoo or experienced famous entrepreneurs. They could be anybody. Anybody watching this could get an idea and whip up the next great